my phone, but it's still going to be a really great video regardless. So watch all the way until the end. I'm going to be really, really honest with you guys about being the nice girl, being the good girl. It's completely counterintuitive, and you literally have to brainwash yourself to be completely opposite of everything that you thought was good and right to do. But this is the way that it is, and I'm going to explain it, and you're going to understand it by the end of this video. Okay? This is going to save you so much heartache, so much frustration, so many years of not understanding what is going on, why you're being treated the way that you're being treated, why people don't love and reciprocate, why you just get tossed aside, and um, why? Why is this shit happening? Because you know that this doesn't make sense. This should not be happening. Why is this happening? I'm going to explain it. So I always had a desire to be a good and nice person, a good and nice girl. How can you go wrong? Why don't we have more people out there like that? Well, I've also been shit on my entire life. And it doesn't make any sense. And you just have to just accept right here and now that we live in a place that is completely illusory. This place is a great illusion, and it doesn't make any sense. It's not going to make sense. It won't make sense. But you can use this in reverse for yourself, because you can manifest results that don't make any sense in a good way. You can manifest the things that you want beyond all logic, beyond all reason. It doesn't have to make sense. You can get what you want anyway. So if it can happen the shitty way, it can happen like that in a fabulous, amazing way. You can get what you want. You don't have to lift a finger for it or do anything for it. And that's number one here, is a lot of people are living under this program. It's a program that you have to do something to get something. You have to be nice and earn your position in a relationship, in society. You have to earn your worth. You have to earn every good thing that comes to you. You have to be a good girl or else. All of that shit is bullshit. All of that is trash. And this is coming from someone who really, really likes being a nice person. I am a natural caretaker. I I haven't met anyone in my entire life who has done who has done more for me than I've done for other people. So there's something about the desire to be nice and to earn your way and to prove yourself that is actually an imbalance. It's not needed. It's not a requirement. It actually comes from a place of not knowing that you're already good enough and you don't have to prove it. Not having to prove yourself to others. Oh, I want them to know how loving I am. I want them to know how nice I am. I want them to know how much I care. It might make sense if we were actually dealing with the world that you think that you're dealing with, but you're not. You're dealing with a world of reflections, and you have to keep that in mind. Everyone is you pushed out. Everything is a manifestation of you, of your energy, of your thoughts and your feelings. So you don't have to earn something to get something. You don't have to do something to get something. You just vibrate at the frequency of, I have it, I've got it, and that's how you manifest it. This is why there can be people in your life that try way less hard than you do. Maybe they don't try at all. Maybe they're mean bitches and they're not even as cute as you, and they're getting way more than you are from their man. It's like, what? Like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Or, like, that's just an example. Getting more out of life or whatever. Like someone who's not as good as you at your job, for instance, is like getting way more recognition from you or than you are, and it's like laughable, and you're like, what in the world is going on? It has nothing to do with your actual ability, your actual intelligence, your actual value. It has to do with what you are vibing at, your frequency, how much stock you are putting in yourself, how valuable you are making yourself vibrationally. So, if you're in a situation that is an unrequited love situation, and you can also apply this to other things, you can apply this to job, not feel lack in any place in your life, not having enough money, wanting a better position in life, wanting, whatever, wanting better things for some reason, better treatment from other people that are not your specific person, more recognition around the board, or even looking and feeling better in your body, right? Anything that would represent like a higher status or more representation of value. Okay. Put down the idea that this is about earning something, because it's not. Put down the idea that if I do more, I'll get more. If I work harder, I'll earn it. If I'm nicer or better, the person will like me more. That's not what's going on. That's not the case. You don't have to do that. In fact, it seems like the more that you go out of your way for people, the more that you try to show them that you care, show them that you love them, show them that, that you are worthy and you care about them, and look at all this gymnastics and Cirque du Soleil shit that you can do. Oh, how domestic I am, and oh, how I can put my legs behind my head, or whatever, whatever it is. The more that you are trying to show someone how valuable that you are, the less that you are knowing your value. So it's the frequency, the frequency of knowing and emanating your value in such a way that you're carrying yourself in such a way that you don't have to prove it. You don't have to prove it by dressing up. You don't have to prove it by looking a certain way. You don't have to prove it by letting them know how smart you are, or letting them know what you have to offer in a relationship. You don't have to earn recognition or attention. You don't have to vie for their attention. You can take it or leave it. You're the prize. You're the one, you know your value. So when you know that, you can just be where you are and let things come to you. So when you're in an unrequited love situation, it seems like you are looking at someone else and you want them to recognize you. You want them to appreciate you. You want them to see you. You want them to value you. That is pointing to like the fact that you are giving that attention is pointing to the fact that you are not already feeling and knowing your value. Because if you were already feeling and knowing your value, your consciousness, like you would not stick to an idea or a person or a thing that is not knowing your value. You would be like, yeah, that guy's stupid, whatever. Like, you would not think about it. Because when you know your value, when you really actually embody your value, because you can know something up here in your mind, like, I know that I'm valuable. Knowing it up here and being able to recite the thing does not make it so. It doesn't mean that you are embodying that. The embodiment is what we're really talking about. Of course, we all know that we're valuable. I think most of us do, right? But it's the embodiment that I'm talking about. The embodiment speaks for itself. It's your essence, your presence that speaks for itself. No action, no word can communicate that. Just like most people are, personally me, I never believe anyone when they say anything about themselves because I know they're usually wrong when they say something about themselves, I'll just watch it play out. And so it's like that, like your energy speaks for you. I know that it seems like everything needs to be communicated on the screen of space and settled on the screen of space and addressed on the screen of space. But again, remember, you're only dealing with an illusion, with a hologram, with a reflection. So, where the communication is really happening is under the surface, energetically. I'm not even going to say telepathically, I'm going to say energetically. That's where the communication is happening. And then people are not even very good at communicating like what they really mean. They won't even know why they're doing what they're doing or why they feel what they feel. As far as like you versus like your SP, if you were to like, try to ask them like, why don't they, people don't know the real reason, because the real reason is always your energy, your frequency. That's all it is. There's no actual circumstantial reason why a person does what they do. The circumstance is not what creates the situation or the feeling or the vibe or the attraction or lack thereof. So the physical 3D, whatever you're looking at situation, oh my gosh, he ran off with another girl. That has nothing to do with anything. Nothing. That is not a reason for anything. You need to go deeper. The reason why that situation manifested is because of something within your frequency. The reason why you are thinking about that, looking at that, sticking to that in your consciousness, and you're worried about it, and it's making you feel a certain kind of way, is because that's an issue for you. That thing is going to make you feel insecure because you already felt insecure. And I can tell you, I have a really, really good track record, and you guys who've been following me for a while know this about me. I'm the I'm the person that you go to if you want to get rid of a third party, because third parties have never had any fucking thing on me. I've never ever felt threatened by the idea of a third party. I offer that to any person that I'm with. I let them know this is on the table anytime that you want. Do you know how many times they partake willingly? Zero. And if they did, I don't care. They go find someone better than me. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, she's so rich. Oh, she's so good, so much better than me. Good, I'm happy for you. Go get her. It's never who they really want, and they always come back. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's a pussy in his face. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So that's what you need to know, that there's like, it's not because of another girl. It's not because of distance. It's not because of their parents. It's not because whatever the reason that you think it is. That's not why. And if you're a good girl and you just want to be good and nice and you want to, how many ways can I adjust myself to make myself better, to make you like me? What do I need to do now? Do I need to put my leg over my head? Like, what do I need to do? More gymnastics, more Cirque du Soleil? Do I need to cook better? Do I need to take a gourmet class? No. No. You need to know that circumstances are not what is doing this. The part of you that gives a shit about how do I need to be better? How can I be better? Why am I not good enough? How do I be good enough? Maybe it's because I'm too dark or I'm too light. Maybe it's because I'm too heavy or I'm too thin. Maybe it's because, do I smell? That's why. That's why. No, baby. When you manifest love, when you manifest someone to love you, when you manifest yourself being completely irresistible to someone, that they will be attached to you forever, no matter what, and I have manifested this, it won't matter what you do. It won't matter if you try to run them off with a pitchfork, they will come back. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're sick, it doesn't matter if you go through something, it doesn't matter if you gain weight, lose weight, they are still going to love you and want you. And you won't have to try to keep them in line, worry, check their phone, or do anything about it. Good girls don't know that. Because good girl means I care more about what you think than I care about being in love, pleasing myself, following my joy, being my authentic self, shining and being true to who I am, filling my own cup, doing what makes me feel good and right in my body, in my mind, in my life. So here's the formula. I'm not saying that your only choice is to be an asshole for the rest of your life. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that your first relationship is with you. And let me tell you what self love means. And this is way, way, way more fun than you think that it is. Having this really, really good bubble love relationship with yourself, where you get to be queen of your heart and pampered princess all day, and it's all about you, and it's all about being engaged with your joy and your divinity and who you really are and what you really love. This is the only way to live, guys. The funnest way, the only way to live is for you. Because when you do this and you do everything for you, not them, you can go to the Cirque du Soleil and the gourmet classes, and you can learn to put your legs over your head, and you can be amazing and awesome, and you can lose the weight, or you can gain the weight, or you can get an ass, or whatever. But you're doing it for you because you're fucking awesome and you're the best and you fucking deserve it. That is when you're going to harness this frequency that makes you magnetic. You're going to harness this frequency of confidence. You're going to harness this frequency of worth. Harness this frequency of, I don't need anything. I'm happy. I'm just like lost in my own happiness. I'm just like lost in the flow of my own life. I'm just like loving this and loving that and loving this and loving that. And oh, a prospect? You wanna you wanna this, you wanna that? Oh, let me check my calendar. Let me think about that. Let me see if I have time, space, or fucks to give. Let me see if you're really good enough. Do I really want this? I don't know. Let me see what my heart wants. I'll think about it. I'll sleep on it. I'll let you know tomorrow or the next day or never. The point is that you're not in need. The point is that you're content. You're satisfied. You're in love. So here's what self-love is. Self-love sounds so generic and but like it sounds like what is that, right? Self-love is when you allow yourself to feel good, to feel what you want to feel, to entertain the things that you really truly love. Self-love is when you let yourself have your wish fulfilled in feeling. When you do and think the things and think in a way and do in a way and live in a way that allows you to feel good. You let yourself have what is like your true desire. Your true desire is you. There's no separation between you and your true desire. So you're only really going to be happy when you're in tune and in touch with your true desire and when you're letting yourself have it energetically. I don't mean going out and making it happen somehow by some means, pursuing it with force. I mean with what you entertain in your mind, letting yourself think good and nice and rich and beautiful and lovely and abundant thoughts about yourself and allowing yourself to see the glass half full about everything in your reality and allowing yourself to engage in the things and pursue the things and get involved in the things that represent the goals that you have for your life, the things that you really want, the things that are really meaningful to you. Let yourself have it. And then you're going to find yourself following your joy on this love frequency, following your joy, raising your vibration, which this all sounds like esoteric nonsense, but it's, these things are real, and I'm just using terminology to explain the experience that when you follow your joy and you're consistent and you keep aiming higher and upping the ante and you keep improving and gaining momentum and just purifying yourself and letting yourself have what you want more and more and more, you get this momentum and you start to feel good. And your reality starts to reflect that. And instead of looking for things, you're finding them. Instead of being afraid when a good thing comes, oh, that's just normal and natural. That's just the vibe. That's just natural. That's my life. Good things are my life. And instead of being attracted to things that are actually not that great, if you think about it, actually not that great. Instead of being attracted to those things, you miss them because you're so busy with all the great things in your life. So I know that if you identify as being a human being, and if you have not transcended your ego, so that means like if you have not transcended stories that could be associated with the ego, human, limited mind thinking, belief systems, right? Limited belief systems, then you could think that I need to be nice and I need to be available and I need to be easy and I need to be smart, this, that, pleasant, whatever. I need to like make myself as appealing for this person as I can. That's the good girl mentality that represents you shitting on yourself. And so you don't believe me? Like, look at what you're getting. Is your manifestation rejecting you? Is your manifestation showing you that you're valuable, or is it tossing you aside? Okay, so just look at what you're getting. Don't believe me. Look at your results. So your focus needs to switch to doing me, loving me, being kind to me, pampering me, expanding my horizons, expanding my mindset, expanding my emotions, like loving and accepting myself, busying myself with things that I love, being as much of myself as I can be, allowing myself authentic self expression, unbridled passion, fantasy, whatever floats your boat. But you do you. And then when you do that, you become so much more of yourself. The good parts of you. Those are the real parts of you. The real parts of you are the good parts of you. You become so much more of yourself and you expand. And whatever it is that is your authentic nature, your authentic being, is going to create this like this force field around you, this bubble around you that basically is love. And that frequency, when you get it to a certain point, it's what I call a bubble of love. It's a highly, highly charged, highly, highly magnetic, very, very powerful, very, very pure bubble of love that protects you from bullshit and nonsense. Everything comes from inside of us. Everything comes from, of course, it comes from there. And this bubble will make anything or anyone that you come into contact with or think about or intend for, it will make the things around you sync with your frequency. So from this place of you being authentic and you having this powerful bubble of love around you, you emanating that, from that place, you will have the power to deliberately pull anyone that you want, point and click, into your bubble of love with you. I have done this many, many times without even having this very, very strongly. I've just known it and done it. To the point to where I've been asked, "Did you put a spell on me? what did you do? Like, it's only been a month and I feel like this. I've never felt like this in my entire life. I was married for 13 years. I've never felt like this before. Do this first. Do you first. And then, when you're already there, you'll be able to think it, point and click, and they will be pulled into your world and they will sync up with your loving frequency because that is what love does. Love purifies things. Love gets rid of anything that is unlike itself. It purifies anything unlike itself. And in my experience, you can target whatever you want, not just a person, you can target a circumstance, a situation, and make them sync up with your field when you first develop this ability to love. So, this ability to love yourself and create a bubble of love around you, that's what I'm teaching right now in Super Life in my community. This is what I want to keep teaching forever because in all of my years of manifesting, teaching, and researching, this is what I think is the best way to do it. And I gave that, trust me, I did a lot of trial and error and being a mad scientist and a lot of deliberation over what is the best way. And I think this is the best way. It's the best way to live and it's the best way to manifest. So let me look at your comments and see, can you truly love yourself without God or other people? Um, I don't know what it means to love yourself without God. Um, we are all God of our own reality. And so if you're not believing that, then maybe the everyone is you pushed out community is like not for you, or maybe the whole Neville Goddard thing is not for you. But I am not coming from a place of teaching without God. In my opinion, God is love. Cupcake. Yeah, you guys, everything is just a story. Like everything, literally, if you can see it, it's just a story. If you can think it, it's just a story. And you're just a creator here to create. And you get to pick whatever story that you want. So pick the best one that works the best for you. And you get to say that's not true about any story that you want. That's the super cool, interesting thing about being in this illusory place where everything is an illusion. It can make you crazy because you're like, this shit doesn't make sense. Like, being a good, nice person is getting me nowhere. Like, doing all the things that everybody said I'm supposed to do, like, just, not better, right? It's not better. So, what is better? Knowing that you're a creator and doing it on purpose. That's better. Following your heart, figuring out what that is and doing it. Being love, whatever that means, that works. And it all begins with you loving you because everything comes from you, not your person, not the government, not anything or anyone else. Everything comes from you. You are the creator. You are the one who says, I can or I can't. I'm rich or I'm poor. I'm ugly or I'm not. You're the one who says. You decide. That's what this community is all about. You fucking decide. So take accountability and do the things that support your goals. If you are having a hard time right now, then get into a place that helps you support your goals. People ask me all the time, how do I do this? 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 Right. Well, when you're at that place where you're not stable and what you need is stability, you need to get yourself into a place that's going to help you gain that stability. Continual reinforcement, commitment, dedication, persistence, and being consistent. Okay, guys? You get to decide. You decide if I'm right or wrong. You decide if your person's right or wrong about you, or you can create your whole new reality just the way you like it. And that's what I like to do. So I'll see you guys later in the next video tomorrow.